disparities refers to a situation where a certain segment of the population has a higher incidence and burden of certain diseases. Some examples when we talk about health disparities in African Americans are higher rates of high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, strokes, kidney disease, a number of cancers.
It already exists in terms of how we die from diseases more than other groups of individuals, and our access to care sometimes is not as good as other groups of individuals. And now COVID too has unveiled yet another health disparity.
A large amount has to do with the disparities. The disparities underwrite just about everything, and COVID has even made that even worse. I believe they say in the last year or so, COVID has knocked 3 years off the black man's life. We went from 74 years down to 71.
We're just trying to keep everyone safe. We're just trying to narrow these health disparities so we don't have to keep talking about them.
The Centers for Disease Control states that health disparities are preventable differences in the burden of disease, injury, violence, or in opportunities to achieve optimal health experienced by socially disadvantaged racial, ethnic, and other population groups and communities. Out of Despair is a 6-month virtual series sponsored by Ideal Stream Public Media through Connecting the Dots Between Race and Health, an initiative that connects how racism contributes to poor health outcomes in the Cleveland area.
To recognize what has happened in the past and to let the community know that we understand why in many situations, the black community has been reluctant to go to the hospital, go get a health check. We recognize the past history, and we're here to do what we can to right the wrongs that have occurred in the past.
Out of Despair explores these systematic barriers by addressing lack of healthy foods in inner city communities, how violence continues to block healthy activities in our neighborhoods, while trust continues to be a factor in getting our children vaccinated. And in our first segment, why aren't African American males not getting the health care they need to live productive lives?
There were not any African Americans or many African Americans, physicians and people they could actually trust and depend on. So, over the course of time, and we all know about Tuskegee and things of that nature and different experimentations and the fact that we just don't fare as well with the institution as it exists of medicine.
Racism is a result of successive generations of discrimination that communities of color have experienced, and it actually goes back to our ancestors.
Our goal is to connect the dots between health and racism by sharing information virtually that will reach people of color right where they are and help us to get out of despair and living healthier lifestyles for generations to come.